Hello everybody, this is Derek Smith from the Special Agent Combative System, and today I want to look at another art that would be great for your arsenal for self-defense. Today we're going to take a look at Wing Chun. Wing Chun is another system that I studied many years ago, and I still use some of their techniques in my system today. We have something called Pak Sao, Lop Sao, but it's basically how we deflect blows and things like that, and some of the straight line punching and all that I use in my system now. So up until the turn of the 20th century, the martial art known as Wing Chun was very obscure and not much was known about it. Back then, Wing Chun was just getting started. It wasn't practiced by a lot of martial artists. But over the years, it became a very dominant force in China, becoming one of the most prominent martial arts in existence. Even today, hundreds of martial artists study Wing Chun and everything it provides them with, to help out in their arsenal of fighting. Now, the first thing that students are taught when studying Wing Chun is that they should always use force to counter force. Okay? By using force against force, weaker and smaller fighters can easily and quickly take out bigger and stronger opponents. Now, whenever they get in a confrontation, a Wing Chun practitioner will use their brains and use an opponent's strength and force against that person. Now, throughout training, a lot of emphasis is put into that very concept. Students will learn all about force and strength and how they can properly counter force and strength. Now, what many people don't realize is the fact that countering force requires very little strength from the stylist. Even the weakest Wing Chun stylist can take down an opponent 3 to 4 times his size if he uses the proper technique and his opponent's force against them. So this is why I say it's very good for you for self-defense. Now, Wing Chun teaches other techniques as well, such as punching, kicking, a few grappling holds, and things like that. It doesn't teach much grappling, though. It's not going to be like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that I talk about in one of my other videos, as most of the techniques use force against force through throwing and striking. Okay? The strikes that are taught in Wing Chun are very fast and they're aimed at vital areas of the body of the opponent. I have something that I do called the rat that I learned from Paul Vunak. But basically it's a Wing Chun move. It's where we take both fists and we quickly come at the opponent, not giving you a chance to actually get a strike off because I'm striking you. Okay? So that's one of the very fast and very focused punches that they have, or techniques that they have. Now, a majority of the most vital areas on the human body are found along the center line. And what you saw me doing is going down the center line. So the very area that Wing Chun teaches stylists to protect as well as attack with their techniques is that center line. Okay, that line is kind of hard for somebody to defend against. It's the most vital line in a battle when you're trying to defend yourself, which is why martial artists should always aim their attacks for any area that exists along this line. Now, most of the vital points found in the center line can be the end of the encounter if the stylist is able to land one powerful blow, boom, and get that blow in and take the fight out. Now, as Wing Chun emphasizes time and time again, the shortest straw or the shortest point between the practitioner, the stylist, and the opponent is that center line or straight line, which is where a majority of the movement takes place. Now, due to the linear fashion of Wing Chun, students will spend a lot of time, a lot of their training learning how to direct attacks as well as opposing forces that's coming towards that center line. So we take people off the center line is kind of what we're trying to do. Come off the center line, attack. Off the center line, attack in these different attacks. Now, Wing Chun is an exceptional martial art for your self-defense repertoire that you're trying to build. So teaching students how to use force against force in any type of encounter is what Wing Chun is all about. Now, there aren't that many grappling holds or weapons used with Wing Chun, although the techniques and the moves that are taught are tried, proven, and above all, very effective for self-defense. By the way, Wing Chun is the martial art that Bruce Lee got his start in, and then he modified it to become Jeet Kune Do. So again, this is Derek Smith from Special Agent Combatives. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you on my next video. Thanks again for stopping by.